In Myrtle Beach, you always go at your own pace. Lie out on the sand, lie out by the pool, go boogie boarding, go surfing, walk the boardwalk, walk the marshwalk, golf at one of 90 golf courses, mini golf at one of 50 mini golf courses, fish off a pier, fish from a chartered boat, go shopping, get drinks, eat the freshest seafood. The list is exhaustive, but the experience isn't. You can go all out or do nothing at all. How you relax is up to you. There is so much to do and explore, whether you're traveling with friends, family, or just yourself. With 60 miles of beach, you're going to find your place. If this sounds like what you need, then this is where you belong.
Hey, do y'all like fishing for prizes? Maybe a trip to Costa Rica or a once-in-a-lifetime African safari? Well, the Grand Strand Fishing Rodeo is back. Thanks to the hard work of Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and Trilogy Outdoors Media, this once-popular event is back and is bigger and better than ever. This event is comprised of 12 monthly competitions that culminate in November with our annual banquet and expo, the celebration of fishing on the Grand Strand. New to this event is the freshwater division that will help include all of our anglers that live and visit the Grand Strand throughout the year. Monthly species winners will receive great prize packages from Bass Pro Shop and Surf Signs and Designs. But most importantly, they will receive an invite for them and a guest to our annual banquet and an entry in the grand prize drawing. So whether you fish the rivers, a pond, the pier, the surf, or a boat, you have a chance to win the grand prizes. To get signed up or for additional information, visit TrilogyOutdoorsMedia.com and click on event. Also, you can visit any of our weigh stations and registration stations to get signed up as well. Best of luck to everyone, and we'll see you at the scale.
That's right, folks. Captain Spolonius reports, coming to you live from MIFC Big Wooden Deck. We've been talking about this for a long time, boys. It's time we get it on. I'm joined by the one and only Flounder Pounder, a.k.a. Captain Jason Burton. Caleb Hartley's here, Captain Caleb. Carolina Hook and Fly. Did I get that right?
That's what it's going to be going to.
Did I say it right? Okay, good.
Yep.
Yes.
And that voice there you hear is Captain Chris Regan, and we are going to embark on this journey together. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, if your kids are sitting around, you might as well grab them damn things and put them in the closet, hide them away.
Grab the AirPods.
This is not going to be for your kids. This is going to be straight up. We are talking about the things that we all sit and talk about at a bar.
Yeah.
This is the bar conversation.
This is the bar
But
conversation.
now we're taking it to the public.
The after charter, grab a beer, and sit here and let's talk.
Yep.
Yes.
And talk about the good and the bad.
Yeah.
Or we're more or less going to concentrate on the bad and the good.
This may be the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yep, all in
trust
one.
me, we get plenty ugly.
All in one.
We got lots of ugly sitting at the table right here right now. I'm not talking about y'all, but me and Jason got that covered. Anyway, yeah, so we are here and at MIFC, and thanks for all this wonderful crowd. We got 150 people here hanging out.
The crowd goes wild.
And the crowd goes crazy. Hang on. I got to find that one. Hang on. I got it somewhere. Hang on. There we go. You hear them?
There they are.
You hear them in the background? That was unbelievable.
The millions and
Well,
millions.
the best part is Bike Week.
That's right, it is
We're
Bike
going to get
Week.
more and more walking up and down the Marshwalk. They're going to stop and listen.
Yep.
You know?
I'll tell you again, if you don't know where we're at, we are on the Murrells Inlet Marshwalk here in beautiful Murrells Inlet, and Jason's little hut here is nestled between Drunken Jacks and Wahoo's.
It is conveniently located.
It is
amongst
convenient.
7 bars
Yes.
and restaurants. If you guys have never been to Murrells Inlet, 7 bars and restaurants within a walking distance.
So help me out here. Aren't we a quaint little drinking village with a fishing problem, or are we a quaint drinking village or fishing village with a drinking problem? Which one are we?
Yes.
I think we're a bunch of drunks
Yeah,
who like
we
to
are,
fish,
yes.
personally. But
Well, I'm sitting with some of the best fishermen there is. And we've got not only MIFC, not only Carolina Hook and Fly, we've got Fish Finder Fleet here. Who else we got? That's about it, isn't it, right now? That's who we've got several different captains here and hanging out with us, and they're going to join us on this journey.
X's, futures, all that stuff.
What's that?
Ex-captains, future captains.
That's right.
All
We got
the above.
lots of future captains.
Yeah.
We
a
got
bunch of greenhorns. They don't even know what they're up against right now.
a bunch of greenhorns. Listen, there's some kids sitting over there that I would not call greenhorns. I give much respect and mad respect. They've been on the water a lot more than me over the last 5 years.
Yeah, but wait till they get that first group that leaves the strip club and gets on the boat and says, "Guess what,
no.
big boy? You're ours for 4 hours."
First six top.
Yeah. I can tell you one thing. The one in particular over there who I saw a picture of holding a 47-pound dolphin up, right here.
Yeah.
That one, man, I feel for him not signing up for the Mahi series. I mean, got more money than God. Got more money than God and didn't sign up. It was a beautiful fish.
Lesson learned.
Yep, that's right.
Beautiful fish. Oh, wait a minute. And he wasn't in the Grand Strand Fishing Rodeo either, was he?
No.
Nope. Wow. Oh, listen, I've got one for that. Watch this. Hang on. This one is pretty cool. I do have this. This one actually is for me when I make a dumb comment.
Yeah.
Hang on. I got to find it. I can't find it because I'm dumb. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. So anyway, yeah, but we are going to have a great time, and we're going to spend an hour, 60, 70, 80 minutes, however long, or as long as the alcohol lasts. And we will take a break in the middle to pee and reload our beverages.
Absolutely.
And switch out. We're going to rotate between. But real quick, let's introduce everybody, because we might have a whole new audience here that has no idea who it is. So we're going to start right here to my right. Captain Chris Regan, tell us about yourself, your business, where you're from, and everything else. Come on.
Do a little bit of everything.
And it's Captain Chris Regan.
It is Regan. I wasn't
Thank you.
gonna correct you. I let it roll. I've been fishing all my life. So I grew up young doing it, and I still do it. I still fish for fun. I fish for money. Take people out fishing. Do it all. So
You take people's money fishing.
Yeah.
Yep. That
Yep.
Yep.
Do all right at some tournaments. It's been a good couple years. So do all that stuff. Added boats to the fleet. I still run Fly Girl. Still have my regulars that I do all that stuff with. So,
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are going to recognize you as the captain of Fly Girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. They're
Gotta
gonna
stay true
recognize
to it.
you. How many years you been doing that now?
Ooh. Fly Girl? What are we at?
A good while. I don't know.
Yeah, 5 or 6?
Six or so.
Something like that. Yeah.
And so then you branched out. You started your own little business, and you bought a couple a boat.
Yep,
You bought
started with
another boat,
one.
and then you brought on the next young man.
Yep, kept upgrading, and now, we're up to 2, getting a third one in service.
I better not say you upgraded in captains, because Jimmy might get offended. But he's not here, so I'm not worried about it.
He's too busy fishing.
But he's here now. Oh, God.
here.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
Jimmy.
He's down there
Captain
cleaning
Jimmy's here.
fish.
Yeah,
And I would not say anything bad about him. He helped put my boat on the trailer last night.
Absolutely.
Speaking of Jimmy, we went camping this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, have you ever had to carry?
Let's clarify something. You did not go camping.
We were
Glamping.
glamping.
You
We were
went glamping.
Yep.
But
You went and stayed in a cabin
Yeah.
at a campground.
It was amazing.
it was fun.
For a
But-
35-minute ride from the house, you felt like you were in Tennessee or wherever.
But you have never seen the excitement on my face as when Jimmy showed up, passed out in an Uber, and 3 grown men had to carry him football style out the car.
Yep.
Epic.
Wait a minute. He showed up at the campground in the Uber?
So the wedding was about 30, 40 minutes away. He had the cottage there with us and had to go. He was in the wedding party, all that good stuff. So it was interesting, to say the least.
Oh, dear Lord.
It wouldn't have been so interesting, but having Chris analyze what he did to his shoes was the best part. He gets out of the Uber, says, "Guys, get out of the way." You know why? He pukes all over Chris's flip-flops.
Yep. And he was worried about his dance shoes.
Yeah, and
He
he's
got a little
like,
bit on.
"Where's my
Wait,
dance
all
shoes?"
over Osman's or yours?
No,
No, mine.
his.
I'm in flip-flops.
And you know,
Oh.
the only thing Chris could say during the whole thing is, "Looks like you ate shrimp for dinner."
I did, too.
They had shrimp at the wedding.
Hey,
Looked like baby grass shrimp
yeah,
in there.
Dad. What's that man? He's been picking the bone.
Oh, my God.
This is just a normal afternoon here.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it wasn't like we were drinking.
we weren't drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All day. I still have the
Yeah, look at him.
the funness that I enjoyed in the
y'all
lazy
did
river.
the pool, the
Lazy river, man.
river up there. Yeah, that thing looks like a lot of fun.
My Tito's and water never ran out.
Yeah, if you've never been to Carolina Pines, this is a really, really shameless plug, but it's a great place to go.
It is.
Bring the kids, the family. You'll have a blast up there.
Yep.
So much to do. We go in the wintertime and do it, but I can only imagine. But I bet it wasn't absolutely crazy busy.
No.
Friday and Saturday night were real busy.
Yeah.
I got there Thursday night.
I heard you got to spend a little one-on-one time.
We did. It was interesting. Closed a couple bars down and
a little Brokeback Mountain going on up
there.
there.
We tried to do some rigging.
Oh,
it didn't work.
They did some rigging.
Yeah, it had.
I will tell you that the new MIFC high-speed baits that will be coming out, brought to you by Kitty's, Miss Kitty.
Bad Kitty.
Bad Kitty. Yeah.
And I bet you we can get a sponsor tomorrow from Bad Kitty once they see these trolling lures.
Moldcraft.
Yeah.
Moldcraft. That's what they do.
If you want to get a sponsorship from them, all you got to do is tell them you know Tyler and Crystal.
Oh, God.
They got frequent flyer miles there.
I think they're like there every day. They're like those old people that go to McDonald's to get coffee, except they go there to pick up whatever their favorite sex bag is.
Mystery box.
Mystery box.
She's over there.
Look at it.
As she's slinging a 24-inch schlong from her tail.
If people actually come down here and see this actual shit show, they would be absolutely amazed.
And here's the other thing. They'd also be partaking in some incredible mini bottles that we got out here.
Yes.
Which we're giving away, not selling. Giving away. You can come grab them. And we're going to be giving away some pretty cool tackle. I got some Z-Man stuff we're going to give away, and we're going to give away some Big Bite Baits packages. So we got a couple giveaways here, but we are going to, did we let Caleb at all talk about himself?
Let's hear it.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Let's get him on there.
Before you do that,
on
we
the
are going to
chopping
be
block.
here every Tuesday at 5:30.
Yep.
And this is going to be religious. And if you try to book a third trip on a Tuesday, you're probably not going to have any luck. And if you do, that captain will just miss out on hanging out with us. And that's okay. Because money comes first in this business. It's all about the money.
Yeah, but you take a bunch of captains and some alcohol and give them this beautiful big wooden deck and just hang out. You never know what's going to happen.
It is a good night off the water.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that a couple things are going to happen. We're going to have some captains get extremely drunk. We're going to have a fight. There will be a fight will break out at some point, just so y'all. I'm just telling you it will. There's too many egos here. A fight will break out or something. Somebody will get mad, slam one of my mics down and leave or something because they just will.
I don't see sprinkles. Where's
But that's all good
Yeah.
for ratings. That's all good for ratings. Don't
Yes.
worry.
They only do that in softball.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
We don't even have sprinkles.
Throwing bats,
Yeah.
throwing gloves,
Boats
kicking
and
fences.
Joes, baby.
That's not nice to talk about. Anthony, he's not even here.
I didn't say any names.
Oh, whoops.
Boats and Joes would be the softball team.
We tried to do boats and hoes, but they got offended by the word hoe. I don't
They
really.
did? Okay,
I
'cause
mean,
I was wondering. I figured y'all were.
mom and pop's league, I guess. We said we want to be boats and hoes, and they were like, "No, you can't say that kind of stuff on the air."
Well, we can say it now.
Oh yeah. Our softball team's great. We drink before the game, we drink after the game, and
During the game.
and see this podcast is going to tell the true story of what captains actually really do.
Yep. They're not going to renew your membership.
Oh yeah,
You just ratted yourself out.
Yeah, we're going to go to sign up next year. They're going to be like, "Don't give them anything."
Pending.
I wonder if we're going to have any captains that have any high-speed chase stories to tell us about. You think we'll have anybody like that on the podcast that can tell us
I
about
mean,
any?
Jimmy was up here. He just had a felon run through his backyard.
Oh, his
yesterday.
neighborhood, yeah.
Oh, yesterday?
Yeah.
That actually
Kenny,
happened, yeah.
Kenny was in the car. Kenny got in the car part of it. They tried to
gosh.
wreck Kenny on
Really?
31.
I would have wrecked him too, but I mean, that's just,
Yeah, me too. They tried to wreck Kenny on the 31.
were the police trying to wreck him?
Yes.
Oh,
No.
Maneuver.
Yeah,
The
pit
guy
maneuver.
was trying to wreck him and turn him so that he would block the traffic. And he already had 3 flat tires. Kenny said, old boy came by him, only had 1 tire.
Oh, gosh.
And then Kenny saw him stop, and he got out, and all the cops started chasing him across the
That's
31.
like some live PD shit.
Yeah, it
you know?
is.
That is some crazy stuff, by the way. All right, so next, let's talk to Captain Caleb over there. Captain Caleb with Carolina Hook and Fly. Carolina Hook
about
and
to
Line.
be. Yeah, it's Carolina Hook and Line. I
Carolina
run.
Hook and Line. And let's talk real quick. How long you been down here, and what did you start fishing as a kid?
Yeah.
That's a
yeah.
joke. I mean, keep going.
He
Let's
just picked
see.
it up.
I've been down in the inlet almost 13 years running charters this is my 8th season. And I run predominantly inshore trips, and now I'm working with Chris. He's kind of taking me under his wing and keeping the boat rolling. I'm very thankful for that. But I mostly just do inshore stuff. The boat I'm running is not really meant for offshore, so I beat up the flats pretty hard.
You know what?
So
I don't blame you.
I got a question for you. So, you know what the name of this podcast is?
Captain's Felonious Report.
Yeah. So what kind of crazy shit do you see?
Give us the truth.
So inshore, people are like, oh, I get seasick. I don't want to go out.
Yeah,
and
right.
you think
right.
it's going to be calm and all that, but like, did the people show up drunk?
Yes, we have that. That happens often. You see people still drunk, covered in glitter from the night before, and
Now, help educate somebody. Why would they be covered in glitter?
because
Okay.
they've been at
They were at the Masters Club.
they've been at the titty bar.
This segment is brought to you by the Masters Club.
We actually got corrected in Florida. We may or may not have spent 2 nights at a strip club. And they said it is not called glitter. It is called stripper butter.
Stripper butter.
Stripper butter. I guess I don't know.
Stripper butter.
It
okay.
didn't feel like butter to me, or I've heard.
Smells amazing.
It smells. It smells like Bed Bath and Beyond on steroids. Whatever they put in those little rooms.
Cocoa, shea butter,
The side effect of that stuff is just
God.
money just comes out your wallet and just flies out the window. Woo! So you
Yes,
gone.
it does.
So, but it's a good time. Good memories. Sorry, Caleb. What were you saying about your people?
I gotta think about how to word this.
No, you can say it.
One of the most interesting charters I've had was a couple years back. I was running 6-person charters, and it was 3 dads and 3 children, and the children were 7 to 10 years old ish, and the 3 dads had been friends, I guess, since high school, college, whatever.
Yeah.
They've clearly been friends a long time. We get out to the first spot, we start fishing, and the dads started sharing stories of recent escapades with escorts.
Oh,
no.
wow.
This could be good.
And
the kids are on the boat.
the kids are right there. And so, I'm like, all right, well, that's their kids, whatever.
How old are these kids?
7 to 10-ish.
So they could be the escorts kids.
So, bro, I don't know. I have no idea.
Possibility.
So the dads kept going, and they're kind of talking about, the other night I went here and did this, and the conversation keeps getting worse and worse to where they're going into detail about doing certain drugs off of certain parts of certain strippers.
Oh, boy.
No.
In front of these kids.
Oh, boy.
And so, now I'm starting to feel awkward. We're 30 minutes into the charter, and they clearly don't care about catching fish. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to focus on the kids, let them catch some fish.
Yeah.
But the conversation kept getting worse. And right when I sat there and thought, man, they can't get any more vulgar, it's to the point where, as a captain down here with other captains, the conversation was past the point of my comfort level. And I was like, oh, gosh.
Oh,
And
wow.
especially with these kids involved. The kids are right there.
Were they like asking questions? Daddy, what's that?
How do you do
No,
that?
I was trying to distract the kids from hearing
Yeah.
anything. And they were from the northern region.
Yep.
And
Hey, our
very-
friends from the north keep us all in business.
That's right.
they were very loud. They were not filtering anything and kept on about these threesomes, foursomes, orgies they were jumping in and
Oh,
stuff
gosh.
like that.
Jesus.
And
Still got
how
their number?
Hope they're returning customers. By our way, we strive ourselves on returning customers, especially for cool.
It finally got to a point where it was so vulgar that I actually stopped them. I was like, hey, guys, if nothing else, for the kids' sake, let's dial it back just a touch. And you would have thought that I open-hand bitch slapped all those guys in a row. They turned on me. And they were like, well, how dare you tell us how to raise our kids and how to run our family.
Oh, wow.
God.
And started jumping on me. And I'm like I said, this is the first 30 minutes of the trip. And I'm like, okay, this is a 4-hour trip. I got a lot of time to fill. And now I don't know what to do. Because they don't care. They're mad at me. I'm trying to focus on the kids and at least put them on some
You've
fish.
never shared this story with
No,
us.
I haven't really told.
We're saving all our best stories for this
Yeah.
podcast.
Exactly.
Every episode of this podcast, you're going to hear a story that's going to make you just
cringe.
Go home and tell somebody.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, this segment's brought to you by a beer and a shot.
And by Captain Kyle.
Captain Kyle. Catcher Kyle. Yes, Catcher Kyle.
Catcher Kyle.
Catcher Kyle. Thank you, Catcher Kyle, for
Man,
beer and a
that
shot.
had to be an uncomfortable position for you, obviously, because I would guesstimate that after learning of their experience with escort services, you probably knew that gratuity-wise,
I knew
it was going to be fruitful.
Yep, that ain't coming.
I
It
knew
was
this.
going to be fruitful.
Ain't happening.
Yeah, because they turned on me once I politely as I could say, hey, let's just bring the conversation back a little for the kids' sake.
Yeah.
Right.
And they turned on me quick, jumping
thing
down
to
my
do.
throat, and it was to the point where I was almost ready just to bring them back and be like, hey, let's call it a day.
Yeah.
But I was earlier in my career. I was like, man, I just got to, get whatever trips I can get. And so I ran the trip, but the rest of the day was super awkward. They did not listen to me. They wanted nothing to do with me because I asked them to watch their conversation.
How did they handle the rods? Were they professionals or
Yeah.
were they good casters, good retrievers? I'm trying to get a visual on what these people look like.
Everything was sloppy. It was
In
terrible.
other words, they pretty much just took the kids fishing just to get away from the wives. And
Yeah, it was pretty obvious.
They
what
were on
was going
vacation?
on.
Or
Yeah.
they live here.
No.
That would have been fun.
Where were they
Live
from?
here. Oh, no, that's right. He said northern area.
Jersey.
What Jersey?
Jersey.
Oh, that you know what that is. That's called the Jersey birds and the bees talk.
That's how the kids learn. Yeah. That's
You see, when mommy and daddy, the birds and the bees stripper edition. That's awesome.
Nah, these poor kids, man. And I mean, it's funny now looking back at it, but at the time it was like, man, like
It's awkward.
What if that 10-year-old goes to his school and was like, oh,
Goes home and tells mom.
yeah,
Could you imagine?
Daddy has 4 girlfriends he talked about.
Yeah.
Like.
Could you imagine for like show and tell if he brought a stripper in?
This is my Aunt Candy.
It is-
What was that movie? Milk Money or whatever?
Money. That's a great show.
Aunt Candy comes to the house all the time.
Yeah.
Hi, Aunt Candy.
What does that turn into?
Oh, that's funny. We've all been through that. Oh my God, here we go. And by the way, there comes the brew boat.
Oh,
I gotta say that whoever came up with that idea was quite brilliant.
yeah. So just in case you guys are listening, not knowing about Murrells Inlet, we have a brew boat.
Oh my God.
This brew boat is a pedal boat. BYOB. You bring your own beer. They specialize in bachelor parties, bachelorette parties. You basically get drunk and just ride around on this big
That's it.
motorcycle in the water and
Listen to
yell.
loud music.
Loud
just having
music.
fun. Screaming and yelling.
But as a captain, when you go by, there's 2 checks.
Yep.
Is it guys or is it girls? Because if it's girls, you slowed the boat down.
Yeah, you're speeding
That's
up,
right.
slowing down.
Best thing for bachelorette parties.
Yeah, speaking of bachelorette parties, seems like we got people sticking around.
You have a
Something
third forum?
something tells me that when it comes to bachelorette parties that
Oh.
we are going to have some stories that come from some bachelorette parties,
Yes.
fishing parties. And believe it or not, I mean, we used to have a bunch of those down
We
here.
still do. We get a lot of bachelorette parties, and it's a bachelor party or bachelorette. It's funny because what happens is we're usually the last stop. We're kind of like the Waffle House.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they've went out, they've had a night out, they've probably stayed out all night, and then all of a sudden they show up, and they're hammered. And they look at you and they're like, I'm going to catch a fish.
The last one I had, they were hardcore fisherwomen.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So tell us about them.
They were cool. Like it started out with 4. We got rained out. 2 more came like a day later, and we went out there, and it's when it got nasty when we were catching king mackerel, and they rode it the whole time. 2 of them. One was pregnant.
And most guys would have been like, take me
Oh,
back.
throwing up, everything else.
Yep.
You know,
Take me back, no doubt
they
about
were
it.
hardcore. They were cool.
Well, I know there are a ton of stories coming, and bachelor parties are another one that
Yeah.
can get out of hand, out of control.
Captain Nick over there, he's got a good one to tell.
Yeah.
We'll get him on here next.
He's busy. He's got the dildo in his hand
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
What
Third
we've got
forum.
going on now is a game of hot potato at Murrells Inlet Fishing Charters, and they are passing a dildo around, and whoever ends up with the dildo in their hand has to do a shot. That sounds like a fun game.
So just so people don't
Turn
think
the
we're
music off.
weird, we just had a birthday party here, and the gift was this gigantic. I'm talking about like 3 football fields long
man,
dildo. So
And it was Jason's birthday.
it was my birthday. You get old, what do you get? Now, see, this is the messed up part about life.
It could have been like white
Yeah.
New Balances
Yeah.
or something, you know?
And
When you're a kid, you get a tricycle.
Silk Road.
When you're a kid, you get a tricycle. A teenager, you get something cool. When you're
All right.
old, they're like, oh, here's a dildo, you know. Like, here's a
Three of them.
shot of liquor, you know.
see, here's what happened. I forgot one big important surprise that I was going to break on us. We are going to have a word of the day
Yeah.
that requires a chug out of audience when the word comes up.
Mm.
And we're going to go ahead today and make it a really fun one. Captain. When captain is said,
Oh, gosh.
everybody chugs.
Oh.
That's our word of the day, captain. So if
Gotta
you hear,
take a pull.
if you hear, let's practice, captain. All right.
Take a pull.
Cheers. All right, there we go.
We're missing
That
a
was
key
fun.
ingredient here.
that?
Captain Sprinkles, who is 80 pounds of fight and fury.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He's not here right now, but Resident Sprinkles is one of our captains, and he is a good fisherman.
Oh, there's another one.
But he is the worst drunk you have
Oh,
ever
you
seen in your
did
life. This kid will drink 3 beers and black out in the alley.
You know,
Like,
It's almost. I'm honestly a little jealous.
I mean, think about
He
it.
saves a lot of money.
That he does.
Yeah,
oh,
but
being such a lightweight.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Yeah. Two shots and he's.
but think about it.
toasted.
Our man Sprinkles is a single guy.
Yeah.
You know, no girlfriend, no wives, none of that. When he goes to the bar, if he doesn't hit a home run in the first girl, he's drunk, passed out in the
Done.
bathroom. I mean,
Done.
he has no shot.
He's got to score quick.
He's got to score
gotta
quick and
score
hard.
So he's not much on the 2 at 10s, 10 at 2s deal where they flip flop when it gets late at night.
This-
No. He's never made it that long.
It's in my contract that I cannot discuss what happens at 2 a.m.
That's it.
Yeah, that I agree.
Yeah.
Between us,
Oh.
we cannot
Oh.
discuss that.
Back in
We
my
can talk about anything prior to marriage.
yeah.
Okay.
Prior to marriage, 2 o'clock.
Like I told your wife, I said there are some things that
Yeah.
you may not want to hear on
Yeah.
here.
Plenty.
Yeah,
What?
I compare 2 a.m. to turkey hunting. You're crouched down. You're watching what's going
Oh
by.
my God!
You hear the noise, and you got to make a decision. Do I take the shot or go home with nothing?
Low crawl, goblin.
What?
That was good.
Compared it to a turkey?
I mean, that's turkey hunting.
Yeah, I know.
But you think about it. You know, the girls come out and they strut their feathers and they put on a show, and you know,
That's it.
half of them run away.
Yep.
One
That's it.
dumb one stays behind, and bam, she's been shot.
You just completely described turkey hunting, and I always said that turkey hunting reminds me of 2 o'clock at the bar.
Yes.
Every guy there is fighting
Oh,
for,
yeah.
for a
That
piece,
one
a
won.
piece of, you know,
Yeah.
they are. They're fighting for
A
it. They
piece of
want
turkey. Everybody wants that turkey leg or turkey breast.
Yep. A turkey leg or a turkey breast or whatever they can get their hands on.
Oh, yeah. It's not hard. You can go down to some of these more high-end bars here in the Murrells Inlet, and you could always tell who's hunting because they have their collars popped and they're all fluffed
Oh,
up.
yeah.
They're plucked.
They still do that?
I don't know.
Oh, there's a
I'm
T-shirt
old.
out anymore.
I'm old. I don't know if they
got
pop their
their-
collars anymore.
Got their tail feathers up. Yep. I know. I
You
know
used to
those.
see all those
feelings.
guys with the alligator on their titty.
Oh, yeah.
And they would have their collars popped, and they would walk around with their chest stuck out, and they were hunting.
Let's see how everybody was paying attention.
They aren't.
Let me see. Captain Tyler is over there. Hey, there we go. All right, making sure everybody was paying attention.
Mm-hmm. So I'm curious. Chris mentioned bachelorette parties.
Yep.
What is one of the more memorable? See, Chris here has done it all. He's fished offshore, inshore, ex-fireman, and all that. Tell us one of your more memorable bachelorette parties or bachelor party that just sticks out as I'll never forget that.
He can't.
I can't remember.
We can't tell it.
Yeah. Now, man.
Or has there been any good ones? I mean, not all
There
stories
have
come
been
from
some, but I mean, nothing that's gonna, light the book of matches on fire.
I-
Most of the guys, it is always young, dumb, falling off the boat.
Yep.
You gotta be dad to them. Put them in timeout. Like make them sit there because they're just gonna fall in. Nick and I had one. It was 2 boats, 12 guys. I don't think they ever quit drinking from the day before. Like all night, no sleep. We didn't fish. They were so loud that all we did we found this like quiet corner, and we both power poled, and they just swam back and forth, boat to boat, throwing beers at each other.
Yo,
How many baits did we put in the water?
Not a lot.
4?
We could not fish anywhere near.
Yep.
Anyone.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
They were so obnoxious.
I had a group of bachelors that they same thing. They showed up drunk, kept drinking, and they were half-ass fishing. And one of them pulled in a blue crab, and they wanted to see who could keep a blue crab pinched to their nipple.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that.
And they
before.
timed it. They literally would take turns and let this blue crab
No.
latch onto their nipple and see who could withstand it the longest.
Isn't it funny that these bachelor parties? I mean, you got to think they're getting married. Like this, I get
Oh,
it.
last hoorah.
This is
yeah.
their last hoorah. They all resort back to their freshman year in college.
Yes.
It's
Right.
just like
Yes.
pound beers on my head, put a crab on my nipple, and just yell at everything that moves.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
juvenile roots
It's-
really show.
Come
They
out.
show
Yeah.
strong.
Well, I mean, I guess I have all liberty to do it. His dad talks about it. So, Bill Haas came here for his bachelor party, FedEx Cup champion. This is the year before he won the FedEx Cup. Jay Bache and I took his bachelor party out, and we ended up, it was July, fishing was slow. We ended up parking the boats at Mulatto, anchoring up side by side,
That's where we were.
and they went to swimming.
Yep.
And they went to swimming. Well, then it turned into one of them grabbed a mud minnow out the friggin' live well and ate it. Okay.
Yeah, seen that one.
We've been there on that one.
We came back to Dead Dog, parked the boats, and we went inside, and they were like, y'all come have dinner, lunch with us and drinks, and blah, blah, blah. We went up there. Well, then it turned into a contest. I kept having to run to the boat and get mud minnows and bring them up there and cook.
Oh, God.
They were chugging mud minnows. And so
Like drinking
they paid
tequila.
Sonny, the bartender, $500 to do it. And her
Did she do it?
Yes, she did, but I told her, I said, don't chew it. Just swallow it. Swallow it. Just take it straight down. Don't chew it. And
$500 is actually a good price for that.
I would do it for $500.
I know.
I bet you would.
I would down a mud minnow for $500.
You know.
We got a bucket full of them. I got
got
some
a
big
bunch
ones
of
down there, too.
Hey, hold up. Does it matter whether it is a $4 or a $7 jumbo?
Oh, a jumbo, you're going to choke.
I got a jumbo down there.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And that joker's about
Jumbo?
6 inches, too.
Oh,
You gotta-
no way.
Those are big mud minnows.
You got to chew a jumbo.
I got some ex-girlfriends who could take a jumbo all day long.
Ooh.
They would take a dozen.
A do-
One in particular.
You know, that's how they pay for them at the bait shops is by the dozen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That is terrible. Well, you know, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, just retirement parties, doesn't matter. When you guys get somebody on the boat for a charter that's celebrating, they always gonna have a great time.
I always like birthdays,
Yeah.
Birthdays.
especially when you get older. You know, those are my favorites.
Well, it's always great to celebrate your own birthday. It means you lived another year.
Yeah, you're running out of them. That's why.
my favorite one, I had a 6-top on the boat. And I love 6-tops. I mean, if you book them with me, just bring all your buddies. I absolutely love them. So they're like 60 plus. 60 was the youngest one. And I had a guy on there, and it's 3 couples. And it was just the guy that you could not make happy. Everything was negative, just spread it all around. Well, his girlfriend, wife, whatever, reaches back and tries ripping this cast out. She could get it 10 feet. Well, this one, I bet you would have went 100. Well, the best thing about it was that hook was right in his face. So the gratification that I had for the miserable trip, everyone else was cool, was ripping it out of his face. 'Cause he refused to go to the hospital.
Oh,
That was my favorite.
so he lets you rip it out?
Oh, yeah, he refused to go to the hospital. I'm like, let's go in. I'll clip the line. He's like, nope, just get it out.
Did you use the braid trick, or did you?
I grabbed it
Push
with
it.
my hand, and
just
I just
yanked?
ripped it out.
I have a question.
Out.
Did you successfully pull it on the first try, or did you kind of lag behind? Ow, that hurts.
Yeah, I ripped it the first time, and it was a good one.
We didn't even think about this category, but hook removal
Yeah.
of people.
Oh, yeah.
Hook removal.
Oh,
Robert's got a story to tell. He's over there raising his
Yeah.
hands. He's got a story to tell.
but that's
Until you've had a number 9 long shank in the palm of your hand, man, it's a different story. Those trebles are okay, but oh no, really? Oh,
I tell you one of the worst ones.
Innie or outie?
The worst ones I ever had, but it's not bad. It's not what you think. It was we were jigging for bait on a sabiki rig.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is probably my
Oh, gosh.
I don't even know. It might have been my first year, maybe my second year. And the guy's like, oh, I got a jelly ball. And so he's like loaded up. I look over at this thing. It comes out the jelly ball.
Will you do that motion one more time? Do that motion. Let me video it. There you go. All right.
So anyways, I look over to go, ha, 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 you got a jelly ball. By the time it comes out, I take a sabiki rig to the face.
The face.
To y'all, I got 6 micro hooks in my face. And the problem with this is I have no mate. So here I am telling my charter, trying to explain, hey, do you mind taking these hooks out of the side of my face?
Pull these hooks out.
And let me tell you, an inexperienced hook removal is like driving down the interstate and running off the road. It was like, nothing happened.
I have a good one like that as well.
Yeah?
And we were out there king mackerel, Spanish mackerel fishing, catch a shark. I grab it like I always do, right behind the head. Well, the guy drops the rod. Hook goes, buries in, and it's sitting in a nerve. Like, it's barbs all the way in. So my finger's sitting there twitching.
Oh, yeah?
So he was a professional.
1 or 2 fingers?
It was only in one. Luckily.
Okay, 1.
Only in
okay.
one.
All right, just 1.
So, in my middle one, just sitting there. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't do it. I'm trying to hold it down. And the guy, all he raved about, I'm a professional bass fisherman. I travel the circuit, all that. So I'm like, he had to have had a hook in it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, finally get the shark off, throw it as far as I could. I cut some braid, wrap it around. I'm like, all right, I'm going to hold this down, and I'm going to push pressure on it.
Pop it. Yeah.
I'm like, pull it as hard as you can. I'm like, count to 5. I don't care what number you pull it on. We get to like 3, and he gives this little tug. Bam, hits the deck. Passes out.
He does?
He passes out. He passes out, hits the deck. His wife, so it's husband, wife, son, and father-in-law. They get him back, throw some water on, he's fine, blah, blah, blah. They never let him live it down. His wife is the one that had to rip it out, and I mean, she did it perfectly.
Yeah, she pays the
No
bills.
issues. Oh, yeah.
I bet she pays the bills and gets the oil changes.
Yep, for
She's
sure.
like, Sunday morning, she's like, honey, I'm taking the car to get an oil change. Just watch TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Go get your loafers.
Yeah.
One of the worst ones I had was
Oh, Lord, we got the flying dildo has done it again.
it bit me.
Me.
It bit me.
Caleb just took a dildo upside the head.
It bit me. One of the worst hooks I had was I was rigging a bluefish on a king rig, and I got the front hook in, went to put the back hook in, and it shook, and the back hook went into the meat of my palm, but the front hook was still attached to the bluefish.
To the fish.
And so the bluefish was down there just shaking and shaking, and it went deeper and deeper. I was 12 miles offshore.
Yep.
Nobody knew what to do.
I bet that poor bluefish died.
Yeah, he got punted. He got punted like Baxter off the bridge.
Oh.
He sunk that hook square into my palm.
In 2008, on May 8th, I had a king mackerel sling the stinger hook into my crotch, literally. But it was my shorts. It was only the shorts, fortunately. But it went through, and I couldn't get to the fish kept flopping, and my shorts kept coming down. And I finally got it and pulled it out, and it was the first TV show I ever filmed. I was filming a king mackerel. That's why I remember. It was the very first fish. What I was trying to do was get it in and pick it up to talk to the camera.
Yep.
And I reached down like that, and he slung the hook, and it hit right there. And I was like, oh, my gosh. And I remember he kept wiggling, and my shorts kept coming down.
Abandoned ship.
God. That thing. We're gonna name that Baby.
This
Baby seems like a perfect name for that.
This could be a great giveaway for
Baby.
later.
Yep.
One lucky listener that's going to come out here is going to get
You're
baby.
going to leave with Baby.
Yep.
You're going to leave baby.
It's going to end up on the luggage rack on a motorcycle going to SBB.
You're going to get one of these wonderful peach margaritas that we have on the deck.
Yep.
Along with baby arm.
Or some Captain Morgan spiced apple.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
And let's see, Tito's. We got some Tito's, but I tell you what I got. I got a half-empty drink and a full bladder. I think it's time to take a break.
That's right.
We got to listen to some words from our sponsors. We come back on the other side. We got to introduce you to this week's Dumbass Dory Award winner. And she's a local celebrity making it big in television. And unfortunately, next time you ask her if she knows what she's doing, don't listen to her. She needs a little bit of a tip.
We got a prize for you.
She needs a little tip. We got a tip over here for you.
We're all about giving out big tips. Right
Yeah,
now.
we are. All right, so here we go. Let's see if Josh Brandon can take us to break. How about that? We'll let Josh take us to break. We'll be right back on the other side, y'all. Don't go anywhere. Grab some Fireball. Get ready. This is Captain Spalloni's report coming right back at you. Freeman Boat Works and Trilogy Outdoors are proud to announce the addition of Freeman Boat Works to our family of incredible partners. Billy Freeman and his team at Freeman Boat Works epitomize the American dream. From building the first boat in Billy's backyard to a 150,000 square foot state-of-the-art manufacturing plant over the past 15 years, they are building one of the most sought-after boats in the U.S. and beyond. These incredible fishing platforms are built in South Carolina and are second to none in stability, speed, and performance overall. These catamaran designs are engineered not only to get you to the fish fast, but comfortably too. Years of refining designs and pioneering the modern performance fishing catamaran is why Freeman Boat Works is the #1 choice for some of the biggest names in the fishing industry. If it's long runs in the Gulf or the Carolinas, or days you can go fishing in South Florida when most center consoles stay at the dock, Freeman Boat Works is at the forefront in all categories. For more information on Freeman Boat Works and their 6 available models, visit www.freemanboatworks.com. Redefine your expectations. Oh, yes! We're back at Captain Spallonius Report, hanging out on Jason's big wooden deck. And we're slinging the big rubber deck around. I said deck. But anyway, we are back here, Captain Spallonius Reports, hanging out. And, you know, every week we are going to give out an award. And
Special award.
not every week is that recipient going to be able to join us, because they most of the time will not know about this award. We will just give it and keep the name silent. But since I was on the boat yesterday with the young lady who has received our new Dumbass Dory Award, and she is sporting her Dory hat with style.
Yes.
The one and only Miss Amy Randall. And Amy, you know, I had a blast yesterday. I got to film a little bit of her television series, American Dream. And we had a great time, and the girl is natural. She did a great job. And were you nervous? That was your first day.
Thank you. I wasn't nervous at all.
You weren't?
No.
How?
No. I mean, I'm just out there living the life, having a good time, you know. Nothing to be nervous
like
about.
nothing at all. I get nervous every day I leave the dock, and I leave the dock every day.
She's natural.
She
No nerves at all.
I could tell she wasn't nervous.
I have to admit, I did feel like you almost flipped the boat over that one time.
I took her on the back. I took her on the back way through the mark. I took him on the back. And you know, when you make those sharp curves, you know that 230, it'll dig.
Yeah, it'll dig.
It'll dig, and it dig, and yeah.
In that moment, what were you thinking? Is this it?
It reminded me of a story from back in the day of when I used to live in Townville.
Townville, South Carolina, folks. That's where she's from. Townville, and if
Yeah.
anybody
You're from Townville, South Carolina?
Yes.
Google it, I don't think it even comes up.
Probably not. It's a magical secret place where you have complete freedom to do whatever you want all the time.
It's right outside of Clemson.
It is.
Yep.
I grew up on Lake Hartwell. Beautiful, beautiful place.
Yes, it is.
And the thing about Lake Hartwell that people don't really know is that there are many, many islands there.
That's right. That's what I heard.
And we took our pontoon out there one night, and we were just hanging out, having a good time, you know.
And
then the sun started coming up.
the sun started
Whoa,
coming
whoa.
up.
You said the sun's coming up?
The sun started coming up.
That's
so
a good night.
Probably time to go home.
Wrong.
And so we all pile onto the boat, and my 2 friends were up at the front, and they had their little legs hanging over. Well, their big legs were hanging over.
Oh.
And I go, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I want to do the same thing. So I run to the front of the boat.
I know the story we're getting ready to hear.
Oh, I'm so excited about this.
I know where we're going.
And
Keep
all
going.
of a sudden, I ran up there, and the water just started gushing all over the boat, and everybody started screaming. And I'm really not that good of a swimmer, but my one friend was scared to death, and he was like, I'm gonna die. So I gave him my life jacket, and I was like, here you go, you're gonna be fine.
Wow,
Did
what
you
a
go in?
sacrifice.
Everybody
Did
else,
you fall in?
no, everybody else jumped off the boat. People lost their wallets and all kind of stuff.
But you were going down with the ship.
But you want to know what? Yeah, I was going down. Well, I was thinking I was going down.
Whoa.
But I didn't go down. So
Don't ever go down on the ship.
So thankfully, this pontoon had a special feature where
What kind of feature?
It had one of those doors on the back where you open the door. So I went over there and I opened the back door.
And
the water just came out the back, and the boat lifted up, and everything was fine.
And everybody's saved.
Everybody safe.
so you let all the water go out the back of the boat. She is a genius.
I'm telling you right now. So you were not nervous to go with Captain E.
Yeah.
Were you nervous in that moment that was it? Like that was it. You were the Titanic. You were going down. You were going to be some statistic on the wall.
Yeah, I
missing
mean, I
girl.
was pretty scared that night. Well, that morning. Yeah.
I hope you had a great night. I'm sure that was the last thing that flashed in your mind.
I would like to ask that question. How was the night leading up to your great Titanic?
Oh, it was fun. Yeah, we had a little fire going.
On the boat?
No, on the land, on the island. We
Boat fires are bad.
We were having good times.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. I grew up fishing Lake Hartwell.
Yep.
Did you really?
Beautiful lake.
Oh yeah.
Great place. Yeah.
It's only second to Joe Cassie as far as
Joe
beauty.
Cassie is prettier,
Yep, thank you.
but I'd rather fish.
I'm curious.
I'd rather fish Hartwell.
Yeah.
I'm curious from her story. Did you ever see the sunrise from the night before on Lake Hartwell?
Now, yes, I did, but for completely different reasons.
You were bass fishing.
You were stuck.
We were crappie fishing. So in the spring, my dad used to take us out fishing. We'd tie up under bridges. You tie the boat front and back under bridges and put lights out around the boat.
We used to do that.
And it would pull bait fish to the boat, and the crappie and the stripers and bass would come to the boat at night, and you catch a lot more fish.
Did you or did you not drink that night?
No. I grew up in a family that didn't drink.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I
Remember,
did-
he was.
We didn't drink. We fished, and we fished hardcore the entire night and then all the next day.
So, Amy, leading up to your near Titanic experience, on a scale of 1 to 10, how many drinks and partakings
That's a
would
fair
you
question.
say?
That's a fair question.
I mean, if it was live PD and they pulled you over and said, "Bam, how many drinks have you had?" What would you guess?
What's your answer?
DNR would have taken us to jail.
Oh,
Hey, it's a good thing.
Department of Natural Resuscitation.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a great thing that the statute of limitations are in effect. So you did not get yourself in
See?
trouble.
You're fine.
So .08 was not in the question.
Hold on. Let's go back to even the beginning. What time did this festivity start?
I think
Yeah, what time did it
it
start?
was daylight when it started. I do remember
And it was
that.
daylight when it ended.
Yeah.
Did y'all go out with the intentions of we're going to spend the night on the island? Is
Yeah,
that, okay.
we were going camping.
Glamping.
Camping. I don't know. What do you call it when you sleep on the pontoon? There's the bartender. Look.
Yeah.
The bartender is here.
Bartender Scott.
He might as well be. He doesn't drink all of our wonderful drinks that we're
Oh.
providing. Yes.
No, you just found out.
Hey, margarita.
So I had brought a half bottle of Tito's.
did
Yeah.
He drank that too.
Yeah. Justin is like a seagull at Walmart. He's a scavenger. He's going to pick up anything he finds, and there'll be nothing left when he's done.
Yeah, I've seen him clean a deer before. That's how he cleans a deer too.
It's
There ain't nothing left.
It's how he lives his life.
There ain't nothing left when he gets done. Well, Amy, real quick, let's talk about American Dream. Yesterday and how she got this award was when we got there and we set up to try and catch a flounder. I casted the rod and handed the rod. I said, do I need to show you anything? No, I'm good. Okay. Well, first cast. Hit it.
On it.
I said, you got a fish, girl. And so she started pulling. I said, hang on, let me get the net. I got the net. Camera guy's filming. And she sets the hook, and she starts reeling. I'm looking. I watched the rod tip just go from this to that. And I'm like,
Oh, no.
it got off. And she's reeling, and I'm not looking down, reeling hard. Next thing I know,
Oh, no.
she looks up at me. She's holding the freaking handle.
The damn thing
She
was
reeled-
on the wrong side.
Okay, so the handle in one hand,
And the
Yeah.
rod
rod and reel in the other.
with a fish on it.
But if you think about the word rod and reel, there's two words. You have the rod and the reel.
Yep, but she still had the fish on, so we got it, reattached.
We did.
I was able to switch it over to her correct side.
And the fish stayed
And
on?
the fish made
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yep.
That's even more impressive.
The
So
fish got in the boat.
the irony is I just had this same scenario happen probably 2 weeks ago on a charter. But we were trolling for Spanish mackerel.
Oh, no, you can't do that while you're trolling because then the
Rod starts going off, and I was like, hey, you got a fish on, reel. Client picks it up and is reeling backwards the whole time, and I don't notice it. But instead of the handle coming off, they were forcing the handle into
Oh,
the reel,
no, that's even
reeling
worse.
backwards, and it cross-threaded everything in the reel.
oh boy.
So you actually didn't turn out too bad because the handle came out.
Yeah.
They forced the handle in backwards and ruined the threads on the whole reel.
I'm curious to talk to Amy here. When the handle came off, what was your first thought?
Well, you want to know what? I kind of suspected something.
Des,
going
help me
on.
out. Des
Something
is
was
over here.
up.
She watched the whole thing go down.
Something was up because I was like, this feels weird, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
Look, this feels weird, right?
But then all of a sudden it came off. Did you think, oh shit, I broke the reel? Did you
I
think
broke it.
Did you think this equipment sucks? Like, what was
yeah, I was
your
like,
thought?
this is a shitty rod. Like, what's going on?
I knew it. I knew she was going to say it was my equipment.
Captain's fault. It's
It was
the
my
captain's
equipment.
fault.
It was the equipment.
It's always the
Always.
captain's fault.
Always the captain's fault when you reel backwards. You take the handle off and throw it in the water.
I was like, Eagles, I'm right-handed. Why is it on the left-handed side?
She did say that before.
She did.
She did. She did say that before, and I went, I'll switch it. And little did I know that she already had a fish on, and like, yeah, you know, I guess you would have. I don't know, but like, I don't know. I guess from so many years of fishing, that is just a weird feeling.
It looks like a weird feeling.
It was strange.
That is, it feels weird.
I mean, it looks weird when you're doing demonstrations.
We kept it on the line, though. That's all that matters.
Looks like you're
We
churning
did.
butter, not
That's
fishing.
a valid point.
All right,
Valid
so
point.
But you caught the fish, so you ultimately, in the game of fishing, if you land the fish, you win.
Good.
Yep.
I'm a winner.
and we got it in,
Winner,
and,
winner,
and I'm just gonna say that she showed up in, and I think I may have sent the picture to some people. She showed up in this beautiful Tommy Bahama dress
Oh.
and beautiful nice flats, and I'm thinking I thought we were going fishing.
Were you trying to be one of the glamour girls while you were
Des
fishing?
shows up in Lily, and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought we were going fishing.
Well, I had many things to do that
So
day.
then we
You
end
know, I had
up,
to be
we
prepared
get
for
done,
all
we
of
run over to a house, and she walks through for an hour talking about the real estate and the house and everything. But let's talk about the show, American Dream. How can somebody watch it? Where's it going to be? When will this show air? Do you have any idea? When will we
It's
be
going
in?
to be airing between somewhere maybe 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be on Fox, ABC, Roku.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is
it's
awesome.
supposed to get like over 15 million views. So
Oh,
I'm
okay,
really
yeah.
excited
I knew
about
I'd
it,
seen
yeah.
10 or 10 plus, so.
That is awesome. The $1 million question is, have you ever shown real estate smelling like a fish?
Not until yesterday.
Okay. So Murrells Inlet provided you with something that you have never experienced before.
Yes,
Yep,
yes.
you can take that to the
Yes.
grave.
Definitely.
We are truly a drinking village with a fishing problem.
Yes. That answers earlier.
We need
the
some
question
sound
earlier.
effects.
That's it. That's it.
That crowd right there loves our response.
Yep, we love that response. That was a good response, no
Dude.
doubt about it. And so you'll be host. How many of these will you host?
I'm hoping just forever, you know. They're letting me do a different episode every other month, and I get to choose where I want to do
All right.
it and what I want to do, and it's pretty cool.
So from reading about the show, it's going to be like basically they divide up the country into different areas. So
Yeah.
this will be the Grand Strand edition.
Yeah,
Is that right?
I cover everything from Debadoo all the way to Little River and out to like Conway and stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Sweet. But you're going to go all across the country?
No, not
No,
across
she
the
stays
country,
here.
Oh,
just
you're-
here
okay,
in
so
the
you're-
area.
Her.
No, I don't want to go anywhere else.
Okay.
I love Murrells Inlet.
And I apologize.
Amen. Amen. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Murrells Inlet.
I'll agree to that. I apologize for my ignorance. What's the premise of what you're doing?
Yeah.
Because I
So
don't know. And I'm
Tell us
sorry.
about the show.
So it's 80% lifestyle, 20%
Okay.
real estate. So the main thing that I love about it so much is that I get to showcase the whole area and tell people how nice it is here.
Yeah.
And, you know, all the cool things that we can do.
Sure.
You know, we kind of get a bad reputation sometimes.
Yeah, we do. Some of us, some areas, some
Depends who
areas.
you ask.
Yeah. Some areas do. You're right.
Especially with the latest South Park episode and all.
Yeah, they blasted.
Going down to South Park, we're going to have
Yeah.
ourselves a time.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
But that's cool. So you break down area from area, including real estate, tourist attractions, things to do, and lifestyles.
yeah.
So you'll be traveling throughout the Grand Strand, right?
Yeah. I'm going to be on the Golden Mile next time.
What is the Golden Mile?
That's up on 82nd Avenue, right? Or
It's
70?
a little bit further down from there. It's a really nice, beautiful area, so I'm excited about it, yeah.
It's south. It's the area south of the Dunes Club.
Okay.
Yes,
Right.
I'm going to be at Dunes Club, yeah. Because they're going to have the PGA Tour there,
Yep.
so I want to
That
go and
place-
talk
Oh,
about
that is going to be
Yeah,
awesome.
it's going to be awesome, yeah.
Yeah, they just made that announcement, this week?
Yeah.
So, huge event coming to Myrtle Beach.
And it's about time.
Yeah.
It is about time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
I mean, they should be.
The golf capital of the world.
Needs a
We've
needs
had
a PGA golf tournament.
LPGA. We've
Yeah.
had senior
Senior.
and countless amateur college tournaments. It's time. It's time. Yeah, put your hand right over it. That's what he's saying. There you go. Yeah, well, we got
wind's
some
going
wind.
straight to you.
Listen,
Hey, I mean, we're in the wonderful Murrells Inlet. Murrells Inlet, if you're ever down here in the afternoon, there's cold beer, great music,
And
nice
wind.
breeze.
Yep. There's
So
a good
this is
breeze.
as
And it
authentic as it comes.
And it's going to be a super high tide, as it was last night.
Very, very high. It's
Yeah.
already starting to fall out, but it was
Oh, is it?
super
Yeah.
high.
When we were out yesterday on the way back, I took her the shortcut
Yep.
from Woodland.
Is this
back
when you
through the
tipped the
back way.
boat over and she feared for her life?
Almost, yeah.
She had flashbacks of, Goat Island or pontoon
The
adventures.
pontoon. Yeah, that was it.
Speaking of Goat Island, it's actually,
We need to let everybody know, if you come to Murrells Inlet, and most of you do probably, you're not going to see the goats on the
Nope.
island.
They're gone.
So sad.
And
They're gone.
tonight is a perfect example of
Yeah.
why. And
the reason why there's no more
it's because the
goats
polar ice cap
on the
Oh,
island.
that's what I was going to say. Is global warming?
Global warming and all the drunks falling in the inlet have filled the inlet up to the point where there's no more Goat Island.
Nothing
So
to
we
do
had to
with
rescue the
race.
goats. And, last time I checked, the goats were all at happy hour. They're getting a 2-for-1 special.
Yep.
Most of these bars and restaurants, all you got to do is walk in and say, I want a happy hour special. And you got to wait in line because there's 3 goats waiting for you.
Yep.
you can
You're
still
not wrong.
climb. You can climb in the tree right there and get your picture
Yeah.
with a goat.
Yeah, here at Murrells Inlet Fishing Charters, one of the goats got drunk, passed out in the tree, and he hasn't left yet.
We zip tied him. We zip tied him to the
We
tree.
did zip tie him
He's
to the
stuck
tree.
here
Why is he standing up straight like that then?
I,
Seems pretty sober to
because
me.
we zip tied him.
you know,
If we didn't, he'd be upside down.
When the
Good
police
thinking.
when the police arrive, we just say, look, 10 and 2, he's good.
All right.
during
Hey.
during my
That's the way to pass a sobriety test.
Yep. During my
Zip ties.
fraternity orientation, the goat that I dealt with, he stood upright too.
Yeah.
Trust me.
That's probably a faint goat.
He might not have before it started, but he was standing upright when I got done.
So speaking of fainting goats, quick story. The past 2 years on my charters, when I would leave this
not-
creek, I would tell my customers, those are fainting goats. If you scream at them, they'll
They will
fall
fall.
over.
Oh my God.
And they weren't.
They would start
They're
hollering.
not. So I would have people screaming their faces off at these goats.
Oh, that is awesome.
And they'd be like, why aren't they falling over? And I'd be like, you're not yelling loud enough. You got to get more into it. You need to really let loose. And these people were just yelling as loud as they could. And the goats never fell over.
Just so we're clear, most of our charters are normal people.
Yes,
But-
no, 100%. You're right.
But
What people are normal?
for
Most-
the
Yeah, what people are normal.
hey, it's like our space. We here in Murrells Inlet. If you've never been here, I'm assuming that most people have not been here. We have a spaceship house.
We do have a space.
do.
We have a spaceship house, and people are like, "Oh my God, what is that?"
Yes,
If you give me an inch, I'm gonna take a foot.
100%.
So talking about Goat Island, my favorite Goat Island story, we would leave, like you were talking about that. They would say, hey, are those goats? And I'd say, no, that's Santa's reindeers. They lose their antlers this time of year. He stores them here so they don't get lost while he's drunk at the bar. And at the end of the season,
That's where
he
they're at.
picks them up and takes them back to the North Pole.
Okay, so it's funny. My second story with the goats. If the fainting goat thing wasn't happening, everybody says, are those goats? Clearly they're goats. And I would say, No, they're actually rescue dogs that were in fight clubs. And they've put them on the island to rehabilitate before adoption, and this is a great way to publicize, hey, these are dogs up for adoption.
Oh, so that's like our Captain Nick. We picked him up from the local insane asylum, and he's our rehabilitation captain. So
yeah. And so then people would look at these goats, and their brain would register, that's a goat. But this captain just told me they're rescue dogs that have been in fight clubs, and we can adopt them.
Yep.
And then it would start a whole snowball effect of questions.
So we're all about having fun here, and by no means.
Absolutely.
100%. I would tell the truth at the end, but you got to have a little fun with it.
You got to have a little fun. This world we live in, if you're not having fun, you're selling yourself short. So like we were talking about a spaceship house.
So many boring people out there.
Oh my God. We ride by the spaceship house. People are like, "Oh my God, what is that?" I'm like, "Look, they built that. They filmed the Jetsons there."
You told them the Jetsons?
What?
And I would
That's
say,
a good one.
That is where they filmed the Jetsons.
Okay.
The show got discontinued, and so it's a national monument. I swear to God.
That's a great story.
I swear to God, I had a guy text me one time, and he goes, "Dude, I'm so happy you told me that. My family's over here taking pictures at the house." They were standing in front of the house, and they're standing going, "We're the Jetsons," taking pictures with a house in the background. I'm like, by the way, if there's a security guard, just run.
Just
run.
Okay, so just to clarify for the listeners, there is a house in the inlet.
Yep.
That was built to be hurricane
proof.
And
That's right.
it is shaped like a UFO.
It is a UFO.
It is.
On stilts to survive a hurricane. So you've got to picture a UFO on stilts, and it is a house, and we pass it every day. And that's a great story. That's something that I might have to steal from you.
My second story is I just kind of feel them out. And they go, "Oh my God, is that a spaceship house?" And I say, "Yes." And I go, to the true story. That is a special house that was designed for hurricanes. When the hurricanes come, there's a big ass chain at the bottom. This thing floats off.
Anchors.
Oh my God!
Like a buoy. And when the hurricane's over, they put the pylons back in and put the house back on, and it will never be destroyed.
That is genius.
No shit.
Right there.
Amy approved.
That house is designed to float.
No shit. I was told when I moved down
designed
there
to
that
float.
it was designed to break loose and float.
Yep, it is.
I'll be honest, I just made that shit up.
No, you didn't.
I was told that it was made to break loose and
It is.
float if the water got that high.
Right.
I told way too many people that story.
You might be partially true.
I doubt it.
The anchor part, I
No,
don't
for
know.
real. That's what I was
told it would break free and actually drift, and that there's a snorkel at the top, and if you look, there's a pipe running up top for air to come into the cabin.
All right, so here's the other thing I
don't know if
Here's
it's
the other
true.
thing I've seen. Seagulls love it.
Yeah.
What they do is grab oysters, whole oysters, and fly over the top of it and drop them on the roof to crack them open. That's the truth. Go over there and look.
that is-
Oyster
that makes
shells
sense.
all
That is
over
the
it.
truth.
That makes sense.
And they drop them.
Back in the day, before the Great Migration, we're not going to speak of the Great Migration, but the wintertime here used to be pretty much nobody lived here.
You talking about like right after Hugo.
You can drive 100 miles an hour
Whatever.
down 17.
We're just going to refer to it as a Great Migration because people migrated here. They set up camp, and they whatever.
Yep.
It's all my
So
fault.
it is. What do you mean it's your
I'm a
fault?
realtor.
All the realtors
Yeah.
take blame for it.
Amy's fault. Here's
I think you meant to say you're good at your job.
Amy's see the problem with Amy's gonna make this great show, and we've seen the show. It's wonderful. The problem is people from other areas are gonna look at this show and go, "Oh my God, we need to move to Murrells Inlet like right now," which is fine. That's cool.
Come on.
But
That's what we're here for.
that's what we're here for. And you know what? Amy is a product of, we're going to show you how wonderful it is here.
Yeah.
And they're all coming.
Amy's our new official realtor of
Yes.
Captain's Felonious Report.
You are the official realtor of Captain's Felonious.
We will send all of our fan club that wants to move here, we'll send them to you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
If you guys are looking to buy a house, or buy 2 or 3, or your entire siblings are going to move here,
Load it up.
load it up, call Amy. She's got this 3-for-1 special. You can buy 3 houses, and you're in. You're in.
I appreciate that.
See?
Thank you.
Who doesn't like a good threesome?
When you can pay for
Oh.
one, when you can pay for one and get 3.
Captain!
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 That's a good one.
Salute!
That's a good one.
Captain!
Right.
That's the word of the day.
The word of the day is captain.
Captain. Gotta take a shot.
In case you guys did not listen earlier, which
Yeah, you didn't hear it earlier, Turk. You missed out.
Turk, our resident mascot, did not hear it, but the word of the day is captain. Whenever we say the word captain, everybody that's on this big wooden
Dude,
deck
quit saying captain.
has to drink. Captain.
I love it.
Yeah, quit saying captain. I'll tell you what. I would love, Amy. I'd love for you to sit there all night, but we're gonna. I want to grab Captain Robert and get him over here for a minute.
Yeah,
Alrighty, I'll take a little break.
Hey, you take a
talk
break.
to
We're gonna get
Robert.
Captain Robert over for a minute.
Did you mention how wonderful she looked in her dory hat?
She looks
did have
beautiful
the
in her
dory
hat,
hat.
and actually, I picked it out because I knew it would match her shirt.
Thanks, guys.
You look amazing in that hat.
You know, that's why we didn't make her Nemo.
Yeah, Nemo. The problem with Nemo is he's only got one fin. He would have swum in a circle.
Will you do your Dory whale voice? Do your Dory whale voice.
You got to do it into the mic.
Do it.
You got to do the Dory voice.
Are you speaking? Amy, you are speaking well.
Oh my God, that could be taken so many different ways. Amy,
She's a one.
Great.
Hey, kudos.
Captain Robert, or sitting down with us. And dude, look at the concoctions he got over here. He's got a vape.
Just so
He's got a vape, an oxygen tank. He's
Got a
got
shot.
hey.
He's got a shot.
just so we
shot.
just so we can set the stage properly.
Yep.
My man is dressed to impress.
Yes.
He
Hey,
has,
This is my new vibe, man.
Dude, I'm digging the mahi. He's got some tuna on
Yeah.
there.
Sickle fins. You got everything on
Hey,
here.
there's a marlin on there too.
Is there?
for people out there that are my age, he looks like Hawaii 5-0 has just arrived.
Every day, baby.
Every day.
Every day.
But you know what? I commend you
So,
because not only do you sound great, you look amazing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I just
You
had
do.
I had to change it up. So I rep the brand as much as I can, but
Dress to
it gets
impress.
it gets a little old. So got to have a little fun with a Hawaiian shirt.
Yep, we're taking a big selfie.
Hey, everybody
selfie.
get back.
I'm not
Oh,
in it.
selfie,
That's
selfie,
okay.
selfie. Come on, Caleb.
I don't care.
There we go.
Smooth drink.
Selfie time.
Hold on. Captain Robert has chose.
What's he
What are you
drinking?
drinking,
What's he
Captain
got
Robert?
there?
Take a shot.
Crisp, smooth raspberry.
You know what? I'm going to join in this crisp, smooth raspberry.
Pronounce that for me, E. What's this right
Chris, freeze.
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 Let's try this out.
We want to say thank you to Megan Williams for the booze supplied this afternoon. And
Well, that's crisp. That is crisp.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it
that's
pretty good?
I like it.
Jason. Jason.
Come on, Jason. Hold it in there, buddy. Hold it in there.
Wow.
Just got really
Amy just got her beer a little excited there.
You went out the top like that.
Robert,
You know
I
what?
know you've got a ton of funny stories to tell.
Oh,
You've
we
been
could be here for hours.
you've been on the boat, running
Hours.
boats.
Do you know what's the greatest? This is just the first episode. We're going to do
know.
an
It is,
episode
it is.
every Tuesday at
Yep.
5:30 live here at the Murrells Inlet big wooden deck. We're going to tell stories. So if you guys happen to miss this one,
Oh, there'll
make
be
sure
more.
you make it to the next one.
There will be more.
Yes.
Cap-
Now,
This is
Captain Robert here, just a little backstory. You come from a long line
Of
of wonderful
Of what?
captains that have taken the captain's felonious report and just ran with it.
to the next level.
yeah. So that's what I was about to say is, you need to give a little intro to your background and who you are.
yeah, and talk about your business.
You've been on the water your whole
This
life.
is
Yep.
I'm pretty
how,
sure
long-
he was
how long do
born
we have
the
on
water.
air here? I mean, this is a little while. No.
Yeah.
Honestly, father ran headboats here, commercial fished here. I've had my license since I was 18. The only reason I had a 6-pack at 18 was because the Coast Guard wouldn't give me my 100-ton. They waited till I was 19. So I've been running charter boats out of here since 2005. And then
How old are you now?
35? I quit counting. Yeah, 35.
Yeah, I think after 30 we all stopped counting.
Yeah. So, yeah, did that big boat stuff, come back to charter fishing, kind of back to roots. Been back on the water charter fishing a couple years now. So, now
But your blood runs deep in the
it does.
water.
It does.
Right.
Father commercial fished. I mean, right here at the dock we're at, I was just telling Caleb
Yep.
stories. We had all the commercial boats behind, drunken jacks here bringing
They
in
were,
fish.
weren't they?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I was a toddler when this dock was all just that black float dock, before it was all nice and wood. I used to fall off this thing every other day.
I appreciate you making me feel young again because we replaced that
yeah,
big black trampoline with
yeah, exactly.
this
You
fresh
get,
wood
you
deck.
get a good running start and nice wave roll
Oh,
through,
yeah.
and then you got to tumble over, ass
I
over
may
end.
be showing my age here, but back I'm old to start with. So back in my day, we used to play the computer game called Minesweep.
Oh man!
Oh, okay, all right, not too old.
So
I remember Minesweep.
Walking on this dock was
Yeah,
Minesweep.
it was,
You would walk across 7 black docks.
And then you'd hit one.
And you'd hit one, and the water would shoot up,
Right,
hit you in the face.
straight-
And it was like, you know, you're like, shit.
You're right. You're right.
Minesweep was invented with the Murrells Inlet docks.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yep.
Oh.
So yeah, Captain Robert,
Yes, sir.
you have years and years of experience, years and years of stories.
Man,
Drop us a little tidbit.
Yeah, drop us a good one. Come on.
Give
you
us
want,
a-
you
give
want the
us a
good?
good one.
You all right?
I mean,
You don't give the best. We already told you we had to stop you earlier because
Okay,
you want to
so-
give. We don't want to give them all
Give
everything.
me, give me a category.
The first
Come on,
week.
give me a category. I'm gonna run off of what you guys got.
I don't know. That's up to English.
No. Y'all go with it because
he's
you heard
told-
him. He was started telling us a story a minute ago.
Give
What-
you a category?
Yeah. I mean, just a rough,
Okay, look.
Naked women on the boat.
Yes.
All right,
There
all
we
right.
go.
You asked
You
for
gotta-
it.
You got to tell the
So
story.
we were on the stripper butter topic just a little bit ago, right? So
Stripper butter.
Stripper butter. So here goes. Gentleman walks down to the dock and consults me about having a trip. So, yes, sir. We do 3-4 hour trips, and he's like, well, me and my wife would love to just come out. We're not really big fishing, but we just want to enjoy some time on the water, and we got a few friends we'd like to bring with us. We kind of like to drink a little bit. I was like, that's no problem. You guys come out, enjoy yourself.
So husband, wife,
Wife,
they want to drink and bring some friends.
Exactly, late 50s, maybe early 60s. I was like, okay, cool. So they booked for literally like 2 days later. 2 days later, they come down. Him and his wife show up. I'm like, awesome little couple. We're going to go out and have fun. I load them on the boat. And about 2 minutes later, coming walking down the ramp, we got 3 look like they came straight out of the Masters.
Yep.
3 of them. Got
Three high-end escorts.
Escorts had the stilettos on, coming down the ramp, and I was like, "These are your friends?" And they're like, "Yeah, we like to kind of cut it up a little bit and have a little fun." And I was like,
There you go.
"Okay, all right." So we load the boat up, start getting out, and not sooner did we get off the dock. Here comes the clothes flying off. They're down to the bikinis, and they got the thongs on, and they're running around. And I'm like,
What?
okay.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah.
What was your thought at that point?
My thought was like, where am I going to take these people that I don't get embarrassed?
He's like,
where am I going to take these people?
where am I going to take them so everybody ain't?
I was telling Caleb the wind was blowing out of the east at like 15 to 20. I'm like, I can't go offshore.
Okay, so
I can't. Where am I going to go? And here comes the tops.
so you got 2 options at that point because we a lot of us have been captains for years.
Yep.
You got 2 options.
Yep.
Do I take them where my fellow captains can see me so I could?
That's a
I
valid
can-
point.
That was an option.
Or
Or
is this a private charter
This
that I need to go hide?
was officially in a private charter, and I tried to go as far as I could. The only option I had was I went out the jetties and I turned to the south and got in the loo behind the jetties, and I tried to stay as far away from anybody as I could.
That's all you could do.
Because whipped cream and titties were flying.
Hold on.
It went south fast.
I
I'm
need-
telling you, the music was going, every seat was getting a ride, and it was nuts fast.
So I have one question.
Sir.
How are the seasons?
Did anybody catch a fish?
So
how are the seas?
I told Caleb this. So I'm minding my own bees, in the back. I was like, well, this is a fishing trip. Let me grab a fishing rod. I'm in the sand in the middle of nowhere. I throw a piece of squid on a knocker rig and throw it out, and I'm like, please something. Anything. Sure enough, here comes a little sharp-nosed shark, and I'm like, oh, we got to fish on, guys. We got to fish on. Hand it to the closest naked woman I could. It was like, here, reel this in.
I have a very uncomfortable question to ask.
Uh-oh.
Where did she put the butt of the rod?
Man.
Hey, no, that's a valid
That's a
question.
valid question.
I know where.
Where
Oh,
did
man.
the rod go?
They were good. They were fun. My biggest concern was we had jet skiers running around.
Yeah.
Where I was the only loo to any of the seas or the leeward to any seas, and I was like, God, I got to get somewhere. I was just hoping I could get to a reef or something up the beach or something just away.
Just to get away,
They had fun though. They had fun. And
They had fun, that's good.
It was wild. It was very, very wild. So that was my stripper butter story.
Well,
because it was all over my boat. And
Okay,
it
so hold
it
on.
took a lot to get off.
What-
The next day.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to properly, as captains, we like a clean vessel.
Sure.
How long did it take you
To clean the boat.
your boat after you endured
Dawn.
stripper butter?
Dawn. Dawn.
What is your trick?
Dawn is your friend. Definitely with some Dawn. I know a lot of guys have nice wax boat and don't want to use Dawn. They like their puns.
Yep.
So Dawn is a.
But us charter boats, we get some bad, awful stains on there. Dawn and a little bit of bleach does you
Goes a long way.
Long way. Sanitation, baby.
Okay, so let's
I would
talk.
guess bleach, but I'm impressed.
Yeah, bleach was there. Bleach was
What,
there.
what happened when the fish was caught? So they got a bite. What happened?
Oh, that was the one and only for 4 hours. It was booty shaking music, boobies and whipped cream and shots and one shark.
What happened to the shark?
Yeah.
Oh, he went back safe, free.
No,
How'd they tip?
Oh, they were good tippers. They were good. Definitely good tippers. And I would have took them again. Unfortunately, the next time I was like, guys, let's try to make it a day where we can get a little further away from people.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I haven't seen them yet this year. That was they didn't go last season. They went the season before.
Wow. So you've had them, you've taken them multiple times or just?
No, they wanted to go multiple times. This last season it just wasn't a good day to go.
Sounds like they like multiple.
Yeah, they do. Oh yeah, these this couple. Hey, now I'm gonna interject this, and I tried to behave like be a proper gentleman.
You're a professional captain.
You had the 3 showgirls.
Yep.
But the wife was in on it too.
No.
Oh yes, she was.
She knew what was
Oh,
going on.
she was.
Knew. She knew.
She knew. But hey,
Look.
you guys wanted one of them. That's one of them.
I can't imagine a better story to leave people wanting more next week than that one.
100%.
What do you think, Caleb?
100%.
I think that is like.
Oh man.
But you know,
I think that's what we leave.
But you know the greatest thing about this podcast
Yep.
is next Tuesday, we're coming right back.
Right back.
And we're gonna have more captains, and we're gonna have more stories.
Yep.
Because this is the Captain's Felonious Report, and we are here to tell one thing: the true stories of the craziest, wildest stories from a boat captain.
Yep.
Because if you got 10 charters,
Y'all better get ready.
one of them
It's gonna be felonious.
is gonna be felonious.
It'll be felonious. Here's the good thing too. It ain't like the radio. You can change it if you don't want to listen to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think we're going to have more people changing to it to listen to it than we're going to have to worry about people switching from it.
Yes, and there's
Without
so
a
many,
doubt.
like Jason said, there's so many stories to be told.
To be
We have
continued.
only scratched the surface.
Yep, we've
On
only
what
scratched
goes
the
on.
surface. Real quick, we're going to be on all social media platforms. Jason, have you had that opportunity or you been too busy?
Yes, no, we will be on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
There you go.
If you guys want to check us out, we are the Captain's Felonious Report. And if you guys want to follow us, subscribe, this is going to be a hell of a ride.
Yep, it's going to be a hell of a ride.
We are going to tell it
Exactly how it needs to
exactly
be.
how it is. And if you guys love entertainment and you want to hear the real true stories, you need to follow us.
Yep.
100%. 100%. This is
Make
where
sure
it
you-
happens.
Make sure you click like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share. That's
Share.
the important thing. Share that. Share it. Share it. Share it.
Yes.
And we will be back next Tuesday, and we're going to bring you some more entertainment and some more great stories. Captain Robert, thank you.
Yes, sir. Love being
Captain
here.
Chris Regan, thank you for sitting in with us. Miss Amy Randall, thank you for sitting in with us. Best of luck. Captain Caleb,
Thank you.
my
always.
dog.
Always.
Thank you. And the one and only Flounder Pounder over there. Great job, brother. Hey, I'm Captain E, and this has been Captain's Felonious Reports. Y'all come down and have a drink.